What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of RawGameplay.com, where the only thing we like raw is our video gameplay. Once again, I'm your host, Michael C. Hurdle, Xbox 360 gamer tag Raw Gameplay, and PlayStation 3 ID Raw Gameplay as well.
And I'm Corey Ashley, Xbox 360 gamer tag Neo Supreme, and PlayStation ID Supreme Neo.
In reverse, Naka. Just in case you're new to this show, Raw Gameplay is your number one source for video game news, podcasts, video game information from two regular guys you see standing here before you. All right, talking about video games, telling you guys the truth.
We're not Supermen.
That's right, Superman. And going in like that, y'all mean? Thank you. So, welcome to episode number 24, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Wow, man, 24 episodes. That's like in TV world, that's a season, man.
Yeah, it's a season, so I mean, you know, we made it through. We probably get picked up for another season.
For real, if we were TV, we'd be on a season. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of us. Yeah, I'm proud of us. We haven't been out.
We're doing good.
Everybody, I'm thank you for subscribing to RawGameplay.com. If you haven't, please, if you're looking at this on YouTube right now, please hit the subscribe button because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Trying to get there, you know.
Before
and everybody else got the word. We got, you know, people in
That's
Holland
right.
hitting us up, UK, Scotland, all over the place.
All over the place. England, Japan, Canada, New York, California, the whole United States, everybody. We're trying to hit 1,000 views before we make a year because it's been about, 9 months since we've been doing this already? We've gotten far in 9 months.
Getting there. Time flies.
So thank you for all that. We're going to get straight to the meat because we got a lot to talk about. Today's episode, I want to talk about, what you do, just do this? Like wrestling? Knocker. This is Raw Gameplay. All right, let me stop bullishing. Yo, today we're going to talk about GhostBusters for the Xbox 360. Terminator Redemption. Is it Terminator Redemption? Salvation. Oops, I'm sorry. Terminator Salvation. That's how much fly the game was. Terminator Salvation for the Xbox 360 and Bionic Commando. Yeah. What else will you play? What else do you play?
Oh well, I did get to check out the Fight Night demo. Right?
Oh, okay. We can talk about that too.
We can talk about that. It's not bad either.
All that and more on this episode of Raw Gameplay. Yo, so let's start off with Ghostbusters.
All right.
Ghostbusters is, first of all,
it's Ghostbusters.
Why?
Well,
why did they bring out Ghostbusters? It's not like this is like 20 somewhat years later.
It's like, you know, it's not super mainstream right now. It's not like a Ghostbusters movie dropped alongside of it. It's just like, you know, I don't know. I really don't know why.
Out of nowhere?
But see, it falls along the line with the original Xbox and PS2 when the Warriors came out. Like the Warriors came out in 1979. Let me see. Then the Warriors came out. What was it, in 2003 maybe or 2004? Well, it came out right before the 360 dropped.
And
it's like, okay, the Warriors and Rockstar came out with it. I'm like, okay, it's a movie from 1979. There's never been a video game before that for the Warriors, but the game was boss. Warriors was boss. It was a beautiful game to play. It was nice.
And teenagers don't even know what the hell that is right now.
I mean, you know, there's like little pop culture references, you know, especially with the Biggie video with on the Quick Mac. Boy.
Yeah, people like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, it's his Warriors, okay? That's where they get that from.
So it's in the realm of that, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, back to Ghostbusters.
Right, you know?
It's like, I mean, everybody knows Ghostbusters. You see dudes walking around, they got it in like, you know, in Target with the Ghostbusters shirt that's all great, a little bit, you know, faded out and stuff. People know who you're going to call. People see Ecto-1, they know where it's from. So it's part of our, you know, of course, pop culture.
Like in the 90s, right? Or the 80s?
The 80s. And it spilled over to maybe the 90s. I think Ghostbusters 2 came out in the 90s. Or
I don't know. Whatever. I mean, they just came out of nowhere, out of left field with a Ghostbusters game. Yeah. And I'm sitting there, we're playing it or whatever, and it's just like, it follows the contours of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, the continuity is great. The continuity and the detail they spend on the characters in the movie and the voices, it's superb. But it's like, I mean, you know, it's like, I think it's gonna, you know, like somebody who builds like the perfect car. You know, when you sit in it, but it's butter soft leather seats. You open the dashboard, there's always like money in the dashboard for you. You can sit back, it's like kid, it talks to you, you can drive wherever you want. But then the guy takes the perfect car and buries it in the sand and under tons of rubble. They do all this work and no one's gonna really notice.
You know what? Good analogy, because that's how I felt when I played Ghostbusters. I couldn't get to the point. I couldn't get over like when you first started and you started playing and you slid down the pole to first start off. And when you first start the game and you got control of the character,
right,
and you go a couple of feet and you slide on the pole, instant achievement point.
5 points. I guess it's like, okay, it's part of like the beginning kind of tutorial part of the game. You got to follow them. There's nowhere else to really go. So you have to slide down. It's very linear. Nothing free roam about it. Not like you could have taken the stairs or or the fire pole is hidden and you found it. No, it's part of the tutorial part of the game. 5 points just for following instructions.
I like the fact that they just didn't just throw you into the game confused. They showed you how to use your what's that damn thing called again? The proton pack on your back.
That's right.
They show you how to use it. You start the game off. You're the new guy. You're the rookie.
Yeah, the rookie.
Your name tag even says rookie. If I'm correct, that's what. It's the original Ghostbusters team is Dan Aykroyd.
Right. Who
he played
Ray Spengler.
Ray Rush, right?
Bill Murray.
Peter Venkman. And the other guy who's
I forgot his name.
He was a real nerd, but he's in it too. And I think it actually sounds like Dan Aykroyd's real voice.
It sounds like the voice. Don't forget, Ernie Hudson as Winston Zeddemore in there too. He comes a little bit after the game. We were kind of wondering.
I was about to say something
because we saw everyone's locker. We saw Winston's locker there. They made references to Winston.
That's right.
But we're going through the game. It was like, hey, where's the black guy?
I'm like, yo, where the black dude at, yo? For real. I was like, yo, let me find out.
But a little bit further in the game, we come across Winston. So we heard him, and then I looked up and around him and looked at him in his face. I'm like, okay, that's Winston. I'm
about to say, where the black dude at?
I'm like, they took out Winston.
You got further down where you got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Right.
He's in the game too, which is hilarious. If you guys know, if you don't know about Ghostbusters, rent the movie.
Who doesn't
look
know
at it? I personally,
Wikipedia.
Best.
But look at the movie.
No, yeah, you should YouTube it. Don't rent it because you may not even find a damn thing unless you have Netflix online. But moving on.
Yes.
Let me see. I was about to say where the black dude at, but I'm glad he's in there because I was about to say, damn, they kicked the black dude out of the game.
For the rookie.
You know what I'm saying?
But there's a bit of a learning curve with the game. It's like this is a quick synopsis. It's like it's not just point and shoot. You can point and shoot. You gotta wear ghosts down. When they wore down enough, you gotta hold them there, and like you get a chance to thrash them around to weaken them up, and then you throw your trap out. So it's a little bit of a learning curve and science behind it. So it's not just point and shoot and that's it. So they put a lot of detail in this game, but it's not. I know it's not gonna get the mainstream fanfare it probably deserves. Unfortunately,
Ghostbusters don't even think about going to the store and saying, "You got Ghostbusters, man. You got any more copies?" And they say, "We sold out, dude. I'm sorry."
Don't worry about that.
You don't have to ever worry about that with Ghostbusters.
It's gonna be a whole wall.
The game is stupid, son. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, because right now we're doing this podcast. Ghostbusters ain't coming out until another week for the public.
Yeah, just to let you know, like I said, for the Ghostbuster heads who happen to be gamer heads too, you might want to look into it. Probably rent it. I mean, it's an okay game to maybe. I can't say throw in because you can't just jump in that game and just run around. You're gonna have to do a little bit of work actually in this game.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna just say we just play Ghostbusters. It's coming out next Thursday. Peter Venkman still has his comedic sense of humor.
Yeah,
I think Peter Venkman is the only one in the whole game that actually made the game anywhere interesting.
Yeah.
Because besides that, it's like Ghostbusters. Who the hell cares?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but the people. You know what? The people who made the game,
they put some detail in it. Man.
They put and the visuals are really nice. The graphics, the cutaway scenes,
like how they supposed to look.
I mean, I ain't gonna front. They pull the game away from you most of the times to go into the go cinema scenes.
Right.
Like almost every few feet you go, but that's okay. I don't want to milk Ghostbusters because we have other things to talk about. But Peter Venkman, funny in the game. He still has that sarcastic way about him. The people who made the game, they know that the game is stupid because you can see that they made the game almost in a stupid way, but it's fun to play.
Yeah, because like if you know Ghostbusters, it's good to follow. But
after a while, you'll take it from us, guys. Yeah. After a while, you'll be like, "Why the hell did I buy this damn game?"
and you probably get tired.
And then you're gonna buy it for $59 in New York, 'cause that's how much it costs for us. And then you're gonna take it back to GameStop, and they're gonna give you $10 for it.
You're gonna see a lot of ads in Craigslist
for Ghostbusters, or they're gonna give you 15.